The transfer window for Europe's biggest clubs is closed, but you can click here to review all the deals. Transfer Talk will continue to scour the world's media and set correspondents loose to see what's on the agenda for the summer. Top story: Hazard and Chelsea U-turn. Eden Hazard to Real Madrid is a story that rarely has been off Transfer Talk since January, but now Hazard has dropped a hint that he could stay at Stamford Bridge next season. Belgium international Hazard was part of the Chelsea side that drew 1-1 with Manchester United at Old Trafford on Sunday, and maximum points in their final 2 matches will be enough to secure Champions League football. Qualification could be enough to see Hazard stay, despite the incessant rumors of a potential move to the Spanish capital. The Express reports Hazard as saying, "Chelsea are one of the biggest clubs in the world, and myself, I want to play in the Champions League." That will raise a few eyebrows at the Bernabeu, with Madrid having seemed in pole position to sign him. Blues supporters, meanwhile, will be sleeping slightly more soundly. Live blog 23.30 BST, that will it for Monday's Transfer Talk live blog. We hope you enjoyed following along with us all day and remind you to check back shortly for even more transfer rumors and reports. Have a good night. 23.20 BST. As good as Liverpool's defense has been this season, most think Liverpool still need a new full-time partner for Virgil van Dijk. Former Netherlands and Chelsea defender Mario Melchior is one of them and has suggested that Liverpool sign Van Dijk's international partner Matthijs de Ligt from Ajax. The 19-year-old defender is one of the most sought-after players in the world and will hope to lead Ajax past Tottenham and into the Champions League final over the next 2 weeks. Now, the way de Ligt playing right now, I think if Liverpool were smart they'll go after him. De Ligt and Van Dijk, those two together would be a great partnership, said Melchior when speaking on Ellen Brazil Sports Breakfast on Monday. Mario no doubt has a point, but getting de Ligt won't be simple, as there is a long list of clubs after the young Dutchman and he won't come cheap. 22.58 BST. Inter Milan's biggest transfer worry is trying to hold on to Mauro Icardi, but the Nerazzurri are also looking to add from the outside. Man City fullback Danilo is one player that is drawing interest from the brass at the San Siro, according to the Daily Mail. The paper suggests that Inter are interested in bringing the fullback to Italy and are willing to pay £18 million plus add-ons for the player. 22.26 BST. Celtic look to be in the market for a new striker, with a report from Calcio Mercato claiming the Hoops have bid £4.5 million for Paris FC frontman Silas Wamangituka. The Congolese striker, 19, has scored 9 goals this season for the League Two side and has also been linked with Fiorentina, Liverpool and Barcelona. Celtic caretaker manager Neil Lennon was spotted in Paris this weekend, leading to further speculation Celtic are scouting Wamangituka, although Lennon denied such claims. 21.51 BST. England under-20 international Reece Oxford has had quite an interesting few years at club level. The West Ham phenom has found opportunities in England's leading to 3 different loan moves to Germany. It looks as if Oxford is in Germany to stay this time, as Sky Sports News is reporting that Augsburg are closing in on a £8 million permanent move for the English defender. Oxford has not made a senior appearance for West Ham since 2016 and could be the latest English youngster, see Jadon Sancho, to trade home for Germany on a full-time basis. 21.10 BST. If you're thinking to yourself, Manchester United are being linked with everyone at the moment, you are not far off. The latest player linked with a move to Old Trafford is PSG striker Edinson Cavani. Italian outlet Calcio Mercato claims that Edinson Cavani would jump onto a chance to play in the Premier League for the first time in his career, and that he is keen on Manchester United. Cavani, 32, is PSG's record goal scorer with 192, but has had at times a testy relationship with PSG focal point Neymar over the last 2 seasons. The Uruguayan has also been linked with a sensational return to Napoli, where he starred between 2010-13.20.20 BST. Everton have agreed to a contract extension with one of its young stars, Tom Davies. Tom Davies has signed a new 4-year contract which will keep him at. Congrats, Tom. Blue Circle more, https://t.co/clilcouragesupic.twitter.com/fcv50camlum, Everton, @Everton, April 29, 2019. The 20-year-old academy graduate has signed a new 4-year contract that will keep him at Goodison Park through 2023. A tireless central midfielder, Davies, despite his youth, has captained Everton 5 times this season and looks to be a key piece to the future of the club. The youngster has made 19 appearances for Everton this season under Marco Silva and is an England under-21 international. 19.34 BST. Wolves have been one of the biggest surprises in the Premier League this season, and star midfielder Ruben Neves is a big reason why. It could prove difficult for Wolves to hold on to their star man, though, with one report in El Gol Digital linking Neves with a €50 million move to Atletico Madrid. The 22-year-old has scored 4 goals and added 3 assists this campaign, and according to the report would act as a replacement for Thomas Partey if the Ghanaian elects to leave the Wanda Metropolitano this summer. The Portugal star has been linked with Liverpool and Manchester United in recent months, and as his profile continues to rise it figures to become a matter of when, not if, Wolves will sell him. 19.00 BST. Welcome back to the Premier League. Norwich. Now that the Canaries have been promoted back to the top flight, the club will need to bolster its ranks considerably to deal with the massive step up in competition. French outlet Le Temps Sport suggests one player that Norwich are targeting is Rennes right back Mehdi Zeffane. The 26-year-old, who has been dubbed by some the Algerian Dani Alves, is an attack-minded fullback who has been a big part of Rennes' success in both Ligue 1 and Europe this season. The report claims that Norwich have already made inquiries regarding the Algerian international, who is out of contract at season's end. 18.19 BST. Inter Milan have announced Andrea Ranocchia will be staying at the San Siro for the immediate future. The 31-year-old defender has put pen to paper on a new contract extension that will keep him at the club through 2021. Ranocchia has been with Inter since 2011 minus 2 loan spells at Sampdoria and Hull City. 17.43 BST. Lille's breakout star Nicolas Pepe has previously been linked with Arsenal and Liverpool, but a new club has reportedly entered the fray. The Daily Express claims that Manchester United have joined the race for the £60 million forward, a move that would likely spell the end of Romelu Lukaku's time at Old Trafford. The 23-year-old Pepe has 20 League One goals this season for Lille and is one of the hottest names on the striker market at the moment. 16.59 BST. As Manchester United prepare for a big summer shake-up, the Birmingham Mail reports that Wolves could attempt to sign defender Victor Lindelof, a player they were said to have been interested in before the start of the season. 16.27 BST. Dutch newspaper De Telegraaf says Real Madrid could loan midfielder Martin Odegaard to Ajax on a 2-year deal but are unwilling to let him move permanently. 15.59 BST. Patrick Vieira has warned clubs interested in UCL that he is not for sale. The defender, who can also play in midfield, scored 3 times against Guingamp and is reported to be attracting interest from throughout Europe. But Vieira told his club's website, "We are not sellers. Youssef will be here next year." 14.47 BST. Romelu Lukaku has said supporters will only see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's vision for Manchester United next season, but has raised doubt about whether he will be part of it. Solskjaer made a flying start after replacing Jose Mourinho in December, winning 14 of his first 17 games in charge, but United are now limping towards the finishing line, having won just 2 of their last 10. 14.00 BST. Dani Alves is asking questions about his future at PSG following the Coupe de France final defeat to Rennes, RMC reports. It say that although Alves, out of contract in June, is in negotiations over a new deal, he is uncertain about whether to renew. 13.33 BST. After Sheffield United joined Norwich in winning promotion to the Premier League, goalkeeper Dean Henderson, on loan from Manchester United, has said he wants to stay and predicted that good things will happen at Bramall Lane. The Sheffield star reports. 12.50 BST. Winger Ryan Fraser is willing to quit Bournemouth this summer, a year ahead of the end of his contract, amid continuing links with Arsenal, according to the Mirror. 12.21 BST. Brendan Rodgers has said Leicester will do all they can to make the loan signing of midfielder Yuri Tielemans, who scored in the weekend win over Arsenal, into a permanent switch. "He's clearly a player we would like to work with, and I understand the fans enjoy watching a player like that," he said. "I'm sure the club will do everything they possibly can to bring him in." 11.52 BST. Diario has reports that Atletico Madrid midfielder Rodri wants to stay at the club next season, but his future will be decided this summer. The 22-year-old, who has a €70 million buyout clause, is a reported target for Manchester City. 11.28 BST. Manchester United are seriously considering triggering Atletico Madrid goalkeeper Jan Oblak's €120 million buyout clause, sources have told ESPN FC, throwing David De Gea's future into doubt. Oblak, 26, signed a new contract at Atletico in April, but his buyout clause was only increased by only €20 million to a figure which the United hierarchy believe would still be excellent value for a player considered one of the world's best in his position. De Gea, 28, was United's Player of the Year in 4 of the last 5 seasons, but made the latest mistake of an error-strewn campaign in Sunday's 1-1 draw against Chelsea, and has just 1 year left on his contract. 10.45 BST. Adrien Rabiot is on his way from PSG at the end of the season, but is reports that he will not be going to Real Madrid and says initial talks broke down over his salary demands. 9:58 British Summer Time. Mario Balotelli's future remains uncertain, though the Marseille forward could yet stay at the club. The Italy forward, who scored his 8th League One goal in 10 appearances in Sunday's 2-1 defeat to Nantes, is out of contract in June after signing only a 6-month deal when he left Nice in January. For next season, we'll see at the end of the championship, he said after a loss that hits Marseille chances of a top 3 finish in Champions League qualification. I have a good relationship with the fans. I'm happy and proud to have fans like that, but nothing is over. We have to fight to the end. We'll see after that. 9:02 British Summer Time. Atletico Madrid midfielder Rodri has said he wants to carry on at the club, according to his. However, reports suggest Manchester City could be ready to meet his €70 million buyout clause. And, should that happen, the decision would be out of the club's hands. 8:15 British Summer Time. Former Juventus and Chelsea manager Antonio Conte was spotted in the crowd during the clash between Torino and AC Milan. He is not short of suitors with the Rossoneri, Roma, Inter Milan and possibly even Juve in the market for a new manager this summer. However, recent reports had even suggested he is biding his time to see if the Manchester United job were to become available. Paper Talk. Barca 2's number as a plenty of potential new arrivals are expected at Barcelona in the summer, but one player unlikely to be there to greet them is goalkeeper Jasper Cillessen. Marca reports comments made by Cillessen to Netherlands TV outlet Ziggo Sport, which suggest that the Netherlands know one will be off. First I will go on holiday and then I hope to have a new club where I can play, because I want to play, Cillessen is quoted as saying, after being backup Marc-Andre ter Stegen since arriving in Barcelona from Ajax 3 years ago. He has made just 28 appearances for the club, and although he has been impressive whenever called on, is no near pipping ter Stegen to the number 1 shirt. Tap-ins as Barcelona celebrate another La Liga title. Ivan Rakitic has made it clear that he wants to stay, which will disappoint Premier League clubs intent on bringing him to England. Marca quotes the Croatia international as saying, I don't want to be anywhere else. I hope they tell me that I'll stay here for another 3 years.